Webmania.
Hello viewers, welcome to Webmania Bootstrap 332 video tutorial. In this tutorial, we will learn about the Bootstrap Tooltip plugin. So let's go to our browser to see what is the purpose of Tooltip plugin and what we want to achieve from this plugin. So this is our browser. At the moment you see three buttons merged in a button group, and notice when we hover, this show me attach file tooltip, and when I hover on this it shows me a delete tooltip, and when at last I hover on this it shows me a refresh tooltip. So this is the basic purpose of tooltip plugin. We can also placement these tooltips. Also we can place this tooltip on right side, on bottom, or on left side. Similar, we can do all this with other. We can also apply animations to this. We can also apply trigger elements to these. So let's go back to our editor and first make three buttons merge in button group. So this is our editor. Let me size this bigger, and now it's look pretty. So here the first step we want to achieve is to make three buttons merge in a button group. For this we have to create a div element with class button group, btn group, and inside btn group we want three buttons. Let's create first button with class btn, and I'm going to btn default class, and inside this button we have to use the data toggle attribute, and which is going to tooltip because we want tooltip plugin. And inside this I'm going to use id, which is first one is file id, and inside this button we want a glyph icon. For using glyph icon, you can select all the glyph icons from here. From here you can find all the available glyph icons. You simply have to find the glyph icon and copy the name and paste it in the span element. So we want this attach file glyph icon. So here let me search this. So this is our glyph icon which we want to use on this, and its name is glyph icon paper clip. Let's copy this and paste in our code. So this is our span element. We use class glyph icon and glyph icon paper clip. Let's save this and make two more copies of this, because we want three buttons, and this is also default, and this is going to trash id because we want second button to delete tooltip show trash, and this is also going to boot glyph icon trash, and the third and the last one is going to be refresh id. Refresh id, and this is glyph icon is going to glyph icon refresh. Let's save this and view in our browser. So this is our browser. When we reload this page, notice we have three buttons, but we didn't apply tooltip on it. When I hover on this, notice nothing displayed. Let's go back to our editor. For applying tooltip, we simply have to use the title attribute, which is going to display the title, and this is attach file, and similarly I'm copying this title and apply to other button elements. So this is going to delete file, delete, and this is going to refresh. Let's save this and view in our browser. So when we reload this page and hover on this, you can see it shows me a attach file, delete one, and refresh one. So this is the standard tooltip. Let's go back to our editor to apply some designing on tooltip. For designing tooltip, we use the simple jQuery basic code. So this is our jQuery basic start, and inside this I'm going to use the IDs which I give above. The ID for file ID dot tooltip. Here is a tooltip. This is. Let's make 2 more copies and changing the IDs from, this is our trash ID, sorry, this is our trash ID, and this is our refresh ID. Let's save this and view in our browser. This is our browser, and when we reload this page and hover on this, notice we have a refresh. So this is delete and this is attach file. So on this tooltip it's not working. Let's go back to our editor and check. This is our editor. Sorry, we apply didn't. I'm going to trash ID. Let's save this and view. So here when we reload this, notice we shows, and by default the tooltip is shown on the above side, on the top of the side, and if we want to place these tooltips on bottom, we simply have to use the placement trigger. So let's go back to our editor. So here is the table which contains the options to customize the tooltip behavior. For we use placement, used to place the tooltip on top, bottom, left and right. Also we use title in button, which is data title, but in jQuery we use simple title to give the title to the tooltip. Animation, if you want to animate the tooltip and to add fade effect, we use the animation. And delay, if you want to give time to expand, and if you want some give time to hide, you have to use delay. And if you want to use HTML in your tooltip, you simple have to turn on the HTML. So let's go back to our editor and apply these customized behaviors. So this is our editor, and in this I'm going to use placement, and on all these I'm going to place bottom. I'm going to copy this and paste here. Going to paste here. Also we can give title to this. We simple have to remove the title from there. Remove the title. Similar, remove the title and give title inside this. So this is title is going to attach file and comma. So I'm going to copy this title and paste to the other, and this one is going to delete, The last one, the title is going to refresh. So let's save this and view in our browser. So this is our browser, and when we reload this page, notice now the tooltip are on bottom of the side. So let's go back to our editor and apply delay and animation. So for applying animation, you have to turn on the animation, and for turning on the animation you have true or false. When I give him true, it means that our animation is on, and when I give here false, it means that our animation is not on. And when animation is on, we can use delay, and inside the delay we can give time to hide and show the tooltip. So let's say I 500. So 500 is millisecond. So I'm going to copy this and paste to all of these, and similar to this. Let's save this and view in our browser. Here when we reload this page, notice when I click on this, let's go back to our editor and check. I'm sorry, we're missing the comma here. Let's save this and view in our browser. This is our browser, and when I hover on this mouse, it shows 500 milliseconds to show and 500 milliseconds to hide. Here you can see. So if we want to apply HTML on that, we have to turn on the HTML. So let's go back to our editor. So if we want this title to be displayed as a heading, and I used here H3 and also H3 here, by default our HTML is off. Let's save this and view in our browser. So when we reload this, and when I hover on this, notice it shows me the same as I print here, H3 attach file and heading close. To make this heading, we have to on the HTML. So let's go back to our editor. To apply HTML, we have to turn on the HTML, and it's going to true. So let's save this and view in our browser. So this is our browser, and when we reload this page, notice when I hover on the mouse, these two are simple paragraphs, and on this we apply H3. This look like this because we turn on HTML on that. So you can create tooltip like this. So these are all the customizations apply on tooltip. So now let's discuss about the Bootstrap trigger options. So this is when I hover the mouse on this, it shows me a tooltip, and also when I focus on this, so at the time I'm here, and when I press tab, here you can see it shows me, and again, and when I focus on this, it also shows me. But we want when we click on this button, then it shows me a tooltip. So let's go back to our editor. This is our editor, and we want when we click on the trash button, which is our delete button, then it shows me a tooltip. For this we have to use the trigger element, and the trigger is going to be click. Let's save this and view in our browser. So this is our browser, and when we reload this page, notice when I hover on refresh, it shows me a refresh, and when I hover on this attach file, it shows me a tooltip. But on trigger, but we apply trigger element on delete symbol. Here notice when I hover on this, it shows me nothing, but when I click on this, it shows me delete tooltip. So again it disappeared, and when I click here, you can see when I hover this show, and when I hover this show, and when I hover on this, it shows me nothing. When I click on this, then it shows me till late. So these are tooltips, customized components. We also discuss about the trigger element and about the Bootstrap Tooltip plugin. Hope you learn from this video tutorial. Thank you for listening. Stay tuned. Have a good day.